Hello dear viewer, I am leesusss, and welcome to a little game I've been playing for a few sessions, a few days, called Mana Spark. I think I've picked it up cheap on Good Old Games, I think. It's an adventure, it's a dungeon delving adventure, a little bit roguelike, a little bit of the feeling of an Isaac's game, but without the bullet hell. It's kind of fun, and it's got a little nice pixely feel to it as well. I'll show you and see if you like it or not. So, when you first start out, you only have one character, and it is this one here, the hunter. Okay, and you're plunged into a forest, and you've got a bow and arrow, and you have to run around killing things. And there's a story in there somewhere. You know, unless it's a deep story, I'm not really interested, to tell you the truth. I just want to play a fun game. And that's what this is. So forget the story about humans being oppressed and magic and stuff like that. We're going to go to a dungeon. We're going to try not to die. Okay? I'm going to die. It's quite a hard game. Okay? And I'm probably not very good at it. So when you start out, or you haven't got any of this encampment or anything else, you get this as you go through the game slowly. Things are given to you, and you gain these other characters. There's a guard, and there's a warrior, and there's a few others as well, I think, in there. And they've got slightly different abilities. But at the start, all you got is this little guy, the archer. And you pick up things as you go along. You've got some health points up here, and you've got money that pick up, and you've got these magical runes that you pick up as well, and they're kind of the currency. So once you get the camp like this, you can go around and start spending them to make things a little bit easier. And I'll keep on trying to get through the dungeon. So the sort of things you can spend your runes on once you get in there, and once I've explained this, we'll do a quick gameplay, is, for example, you can go up to this person up here, Vihan, who does research for you, so you can research certain enemies. There's different enemies, these sort of things you can meet, and you can weaken them. Sadly, you spend some runes to do it, but sadly, you can only weaken one at a time. So in fact, what I've got weakened, I should probably change it. Now I'm meeting the nastier creatures. But the crossbow guard, this guy's a jerk, and you meet him quite often, so I've weakened him, so he's a bit easier to kill. Okay, and maybe one of these later ones that I might do, but for now that's fine. Then over here you can carry up here. You can see this bottle up here. I've got one item, which is this healing bottle. Healing is really hard to find in the game, but Faiska, who knows if that's the right pronunciation or not? There you go. Faiska's the blacksmith. Then although you find these items in the dungeon, once you've paid a bit of rune money, you can then have one to start out with. And in fact, we're going to start out with this one, as I like it the most, really, the sticky web. And you can upgrade them as well. So for example, level 2 version not only slows things down, but poisons them as well. It's my favourite for killing many things, including mini bosses. We've got a lot of runes though from my last run, so we could probably upgrade one of these. Let's upgrade, I don't know, that sounds good. Invulnerability for a few seconds, and we can. I'm running out of things to spend my runes on. What's this one? I've never found this one down here. We'll upgrade this one as well. Let's do the most. Let's do that one. There we go. And we'll do the spike bomb as well. And I probably will try to select other ones for now, but later on. But for now, this one's so useful. I'm just going to stick with the sticky web. Okay, so there it is up there, and I can reuse this one quite a lot. This thing down here, I don't know what it is. Possibly it comes through when we get to the end of the game. I don't know. And this fella here, Michael, he's a butcher of some sort. So he makes recipes that you can do. And I've selected this one. Roast boar leg with honey, which means we get more health and attack. That's about as good as that's going to get, that one. When you start out with the hunter, he's only got 3 health points. And those don't last very long. So there we go. So that's our encampment. And we camp back here when we die, which is a lot. Okay, so enough ado about this. We're just going to go in there and see if we can get to the end of the dungeon, and I'll show you what the gameplay is like. So first of all, we've got some boots. Okay, no going back the way we came. Here's our little guy. We've got the bow. Now the archer is reasonably powerful. A lot of the basic enemies you meet, you will kill in one hit. Okay, the only problem is that you can see that little countdown, swirly square wheel. We can only fire so fast between shots, and because of my upgrades, it's actually a little bit faster than it used to be. So that's the big slowdown with the archer. Powerful shots, but slow. And also, I can't move. When I can aim, I can't move when I've got him aimed. Okay, and we can put the web down, and that will just sit there, and that's ready to poison people. So let's go and meet some enemies. I've no idea what these little goblin things are, but you see them quite a lot as the basic enemy. You can see they fire at me. You also got a little dodge there, see? And when I dodge, you see that blue effect, I've got invulnerability frames. So that's the sort of payoff for having a slow character. Okay. Up in the top right, where you can see there's the map, where the rooms we're going through, and this green door was red. You'll have to find one or more switches on most levels to open up the green door, and this will be the steps to the next level. Okay, woo. Piggies are... Now that piggy won't do anything to us at all. Okay, he will happily sit there doing whatever, unless we shoot him and he tries to attack us. However, if we can get him to do it... He's killed the piggy! And we killed him. We killed the pig. I think we can actually shoot this guy up as well, rather than kill the pig. Despite the simple graphics, and I do like the pixely graphics, there's some food we can eat if we want to, and that will persist, by the way. That won't vanish after a while. So if we have problems, we can come back here and while we're on this level here to get this food. The enemies are predictable. They have a certain way of attacking, and most of the time, if you do die, occasionally it's because you can get stuck on little bits of graphic, like that tree stump is actually lumpy. But a lot of the time, it's your fault. You know, and I'm a great one for blaming other people or the game usually for me doing things wrong. But really, it's usually my fault. Okay? And that's what usually what's wrong with this game. They're all predictable. It's only occasionally you get put in a position that's very, very difficult to deal with. Okay? It's just bad luck you come in, you spawn in right next to some enemies. And a wolf! So the Mr. Wolf will simply run up to us and try and bite us. Not now, because he's dead. But you know. Oops. Are you coming over, fellas? And it takes a while for enemies to spot you, so if you're sneaky, the enemies won't necessarily spot you straight away. Oh, you gonna get the piggy? You are. Here. And the piggy is passive afterwards. I couldn't remember if he was or not. But if I decided to shoot him, he wouldn't be. By the way, when we die, all of our runes and our coins are going to go. Okay, we will... Ah! Shush! We will lose them. I've never seen him howl before. It's such a charming game. It often gets me... I enjoy it quite a lot because of things like that. Things I've never seen before. Suddenly, a creature will respond in their way. Oh, Skelly Bump! And some spitteries things, spittery bug things. They're a minor enemy, but they become a lot nastier later on. There you go. So Mr. Spider, Mr. Skelly, has got caught in the web and is now being poisoned. And that's why I like it so much with this, with any of the characters really, but particularly with the archer, with the hunter, because he's a slower character. Therefore, the chance of pinning something in place and poisoning it. Ah, no! And giving yourself a chance to. Shush! Why are you all howling? You're all howling now. You weren't howling before. Here. Get out of it. Yeah, and he starts to slink away after one shot. Yeah, the chance of pinning someone on the spot is very, very useful. And so you meet mini bosses, and you can do it to them as well. Now, these are the best items. So these are perks you can pick up. Okay, they're completely random. You'll find every one of your few levels. And this, knock back and damage up. Lovely. Some are more useful than others, depending on the character you're using, obviously, but that's a pretty good one. And that will persist. You can have as many of those as you like. And we're here at the Peculiar Room. The Peculiar Room is a kind of a checkpoint. First of all, this little box here, all of our runes go in there. So when we die now, and I will die, these will end up back at the camp, so I can spend them on upgrades. Okay? We get offered a few items over here. Shoot towers in a fraction of a second. I've never got this one before now. Didn't seem that useful. But there you go. Just speed up shots, I guess. This button here costs us 1 gold. And it will offer us 3 items, 3 perks. Now, by the way, 7 to do it again. So if you want to change it, it costs you 7. And the next time we meet a Peculiar Room, which will be much further through the dungeon, it will cost 7 to get these again. But these are all kind of interesting. Piercing projectiles, but we lose a blob of health. Damage way up, health down. Never done this before, but now we've got more health, it could be an idea. And shoots one with projectile, chance to find the other twin. So, the other characters, the guard, I think you find them at a set point through the dungeon. You just find them. Actually, yeah, you do. You find them after the first boss. They're guaranteed. The warrior, I think I found by chance, just by luck of encountering the room. And I'm sure there's a few more characters. And I'm guessing the twin is another character. But I don't know. So we're going to go with this one just for the off chance we might find it. And now we fire 2 arrows, which is a little bit trickier in some ways because it means you might miss your carefully aimed shot, or less carefully aimed shot in my case. But there you go. This thing here, I don't know. It appears in some rooms. There's a couple of items in the game I don't know what they are, and I haven't looked up what they are yet. So if you know, tell me. This thing, I think, if that's a spike trap. If it injures me, it might give me a coin. It might trade me off a coin for some health. I'm not sure, but there you go. I've not needed to use it yet. This is a bed. We can take a nap. Do you want to save the game, return to the main menu? Yes. And then we can continue like this. But this isn't actually a save point. If I die now, this is not. It'll go send me back to the start anyway. There's no saving. I was going to say scum saving. That's not the right word. It's not scum saving. There's no way of skipping ahead to the dungeon as far as I'm aware. Okay? You start again from scratch every time. You might as well put your runes away. You might as well store your coins. And in fact, I think it's deliberately placed so you can't accidentally miss it and not store your runes. Anyway, onwards and downwards into the next dungeon. On we go. So things will get a little bit trickier now, but not too much probably. So much bigger area, you see, and there's the locked room down there. We're just going to work our way procedurally through there. Orky, Mr. Orc. There's 2 of them. They will once they take hit, they'll start running towards you and do sort of a big slash. But he should be easy to deal with. I have to hit him with both arrows. That's nice. We shoot this little goblin guy, and we put the net down here, and of course that one vanishes and this one appears. There you go. Get out of it. Fairly easy to do. More food. We'll come back to that if we need it. And a lever. So, okay, this hasn't opened, so there must be another lever somewhere in the dungeon. But often, one of the first things you do when you get into a room is you have to decide very quickly what the immediate threats are and what you're going to do about it. Luckily, the enemies are pretty stupid. There's the crossbow guard. You can see he's got the weakened spot over his head because he's injured. That guy's going to die there. That guy's going to die there. That one's going to take so long to get through here. He's probably going to die from poison. Yes, he is. There you go. These guys are nasty. So they aim like a... They say it's a crossbow. It looks more like a grappling hook. They fire that towards you, and they're reasonably accurate. Keeping on moving can help you dodge it. And they also do a shield bash as well, but their shield is always up in a certain direction. So you can't just spam them with shots. You can sometimes clip past their shield to hit them in their head or something. Oh, an item. Peekaboo. Hi. Oh, double shot. Such skill. So otherwise you have to run around behind them and capture them like that. You can use there's some definite tactics in the game, more than I expected. Probably from when I first started playing it. We've got bread. I love bread. Health up, short speed boost after eating. So if we ate one of those chicken legs, we would get a speed boost. Nice, but the health up is the main thing we want. That's nice, that's good. Because it is so hard. Ah! Yeah, that's his crossbow. Eat that. There we go. So what I mean, as soon as you come in a room, you've got to do something. Also, the ice bomb you can pick up earlier. If you chuck the ice bomb too close to yourself, you can freeze yourself. And also, if it hits the water, it freezes all the water and everyone on the water's path. It's little things like that that I really appreciate in games. These disgusting things will not attack us. If you see up on the top right, they're not actually marked as enemies. But if you shoot one, they will spit out their little bolts, their thorns stuck in them, and those will petrify you. Turn you to stone briefly. And it also turned to stone enemies. Gotcha. No, didn't hurt your shield. I got your shield. There we go. Stupid Skelly. There's actually a note later in the game that says, like, research experiments on Skellies. And it says, Skellies are too stupid to avoid traps. But it's true. They never pay any attention to what's on the ground. Never. Right. Oh, there's a guy down here who's frozen. There we go. Is he a Skelly or is he a fire thrower? I think he's a fire guy. He is. Ah! Damn it! Ow! Oh god, that was bad. Right. Okay. So he had. I saw this in the last time I played. I think he had one of those thorns stuck in him from when he was petrified, and when he got free, he sort of fired it which was weird. The other deadly thing that those little pyro guys do is they can infect torches. See, I put the torch out there. I've been killed by the torches more often than the flamethrower guys, because even after he's dead, the torches stay like cursed with a little symbol over them, and they will keep firing things at you. And it can actually be quite difficult to shoot the torches. So that's my claim to fame. Been killed more by torches like that than by the actual pyro guy. I can't shoot him because I've got to shoot off target. There we go. Put it out. Oh my god. Thanks, game. Thanks for amply demonstrating what I was saying to the viewer. Okay. Oh, wolf thing. He's going to ride the wolf. No! Don't be riding wolves. That's a pool of poison that these chumps ran right through. You idiots. The other prize goes for killing yourself with your own arrow. I've done that. If we meet the right enemy later, I'll show you how I killed myself with my own arrows. See, he's still hiding behind the shield there. See, if I'd have shot him there, it wouldn't have got him. Aww. Sorry, fellas, you're just outclassed by my superior skills. Having died so many times in the game, I'm getting quite good at it. He says about to be hit by a Skelly because the Skelly got free. No! Oh, poison got him. Oh, hello. Gotcha. Okay, 2 more enemies. Now, something else. The fire guy, you might be wondering, no! They call this, the developers call this a procedurally generated game. And to some degree it is. However, there are only certain, by the way, the net can catch fire. I've been killed by my own net before. Oh no, yes, impressive. There's a certain boss battle where you don't want to use a net because it will catch fire. Anyway, well, we've got 3. We'll eat one. We'll eat one of those. We should be alright to find some more. There's my speed boost. Okay. So, anyway, yeah, procedurally generated. There are a limited number of routes. Okay, you might enter from different sides and they get rearranged where they are. But it's not quite a completely random dungeon, which is good and bad at the same time. By the way, you can fire over tables. And so can they. And they can also kill each other as well. Friendly fire is on for the monsters, which is nice. Gotcha. Also, professionals, eh? Yeah, so there could be more variety in the dungeon. It's kind of a shame. But I guess making a dungeon that appears in a coherent manner every time is tricky if you make the rooms very interesting like these. I mean, these are brilliant. There's boxes, there's stuff, there's things on the shelves, there's bookshelves you can read, there's all sorts. Anyway, we're doing alright. We're doing okay. Next level. First boss! The library. A fairly recognisable boss in many games. As a classic Dungeons and Dragons creature. Or similar anyway. What we got? The knowledge! Big floaty eyeball with tentacles. And does some sort of predictable attacks. He does 2 sorts of attack. He does that. Get out of it, eyeball. And he does a little... can I get when the eyeballs open? Ah, no! I was about to demonstrate what I was... No, move! Oh, god damn it! I was about to say what those little eyeballs do. They fire petrifying shots. And his other attack is a big fireball shot. But the game demonstrated it for me. Early in the game, that's almost game over, because you've got so little health when you first start playing the game. Gotcha. Big damage to the eyeball, though. Get out of it. I think you can also... Damn, I missed timing. No! Why am I messing around? See, I'm right, let me concentrate for a minute, because I shouldn't have any problem with this boss. I'm just being a numpty! Trying to talk and do something else. Do 2 things at the same time. Yeah, when you first play the game, that is, Oh! He just killed his own little eyeball, by the way. Doing that kind of thing, that kind of mess up, probably lose you the game. I think come on. Oh, come on! Stop hiding behind the bookcase. No, he's gonna do. I know he's gonna do the beam. Why am I messing around? I've just wasted all my health. Get petrified again. What's wrong with me? One more shot. Come on, me. It's not bode well with later bosses if I can't do this guy. No! Oh, finally! What a waste of life. Really hard to get more life. I mean, I left 2 chicken legs behind the last level because I didn't need them. Now I've just peed my life away. Anyway, now you might now be thinking, I finished the boss. That's good. Let's go to the rest room and get some new equipment. The game says no. Have another level! So if you've had a bad time with the boss, you've got like half a life left, or 2.5 because you're an idiot. You've still got to fight some more. The peculiar rooms always happen at certain intervals in the dungeon, but not yet. Right, now I know this room. What? Oh, I was about to say there's nothing in the room. Bugs on the wall. By the way, the game seems to have kicked up a notch. I never met these guys at this level before, I don't think. It would be slightly later, but there you go. Oh, there's one right there! Oh my god! Run them across the spike traps! Don't get poisoned too much! Die! Die! Okay, they did seem to get caught in the web anyway. That's disgusting! You're peeing on the floor. Who does that? Students? No. Sorry, students. There we go. So, never met those guys, and that guy was hiding. I didn't even see him. Yeah, so they sort of drop poison on the floor. But they're in the air a lot of the time, so things like the net doesn't work as well unless you're lucky enough they land on it. Oh, no! I wanted to do one of these, but I don't think I dare. So, these are mini-boss fights. If I want to, I can let this chump out and fight him. And there's at least 3, if not 4 different sorts of them that I've met. This is the... what do they call it? The ambusher? No, he's like a big toad thing with a big long tongue. Okay, and he will grab you and drag you in and almost kill you in one bite. Now, with the net, it makes it much easier, but they're still very tough. They've got almost as much life as the bosses, quite frankly. And you don't have to fight. There's no reason for me to fight him. I don't have to fight him. And if this wasn't for your entertainment... well, I danced like a chimp for your entertainment. If this wasn't the room with only torches in it, I would. There's rooms you get with pillars in them, you can hide behind the pillars. But with only torches to hide behind, he's almost guaranteed to get me with his tongue and kill me very quickly. So I'm not going to fight him. The reward for beating him? Well, you get offered 2 more perks, is what you get. But I've got 2 little life, and that's just a horrible room layout, so no. Sorry, viewer. I'm sure I will get another one later to do. Oh, food, lovely. Oh, come on! Silly orc thing. There we go. And you can get lost as well. And more food! No, I don't. I know I've got more food. No, I'm not going to go back and fight the nasty frog thing with the big tongue, okay? Honestly, we'll do one at another time. That's not my favourite one. Oh, God. Not going to light up the torches? No? You're not going to go with the torches? No? Fine. You're lost, chum. You're lost. Oh, Necromancer. These are... I'm definitely meeting some of these at an early level. Okay. So this guy, Mr. Moo Head, over there on the right-hand side of that bunch. There he is. He summons a bunch of Skelly friends, mixture of shield users and archers, to protect himself. And also finds a nice little pink... There's another one down there, I think, because there's a whole group of them. I like arrows. Lots of little pink shots at you as well. Not too bad to deal with. Not worth weakening. You do meet them a lot more, but I'm sure I didn't meet them this early in the dungeon before now. Maybe the dungeon is... The dungeon? That's a different game. Maybe the dungeon is adapting to how well I'm doing. There we go. Come on then, come over here. Come on, play over this side. Whoa. There's an archer. No! Yeah, you keep poisoning yourself, fella. You do you, yeah? You're doing a great job. You chump. It's a good thing they are chumps. If they were actually intelligent, the game would be much harder. There we go. And more health. Where's the more health? Where is the more health?